This is a Canadian senior teacher, Andrew Hymers. He strongly believes that Islam is the major reason why Indonesians are better than most Canadians.
To me, Islam is by far the best way to go. I've looked at the other religions too, and Islam makes the most sense. It's the most reasonable. It's the most complete. That's just my opinion.
In case you don't know, Andrew was born in Canada and now works in Indonesia as a senior English teacher. He works for the company known as Wonder Mind. They focus on after-school education and training services. He is currently living in Indonesia's massive capital, Jakarta. Andrew is very active on social media and often explains why he chose Indonesia over Canada. He uploaded a video on TikTok explaining 3 things that make Indonesia better than Canada.
Okay, 3 things that Indonesia does better than Canada, and arguably any Western nation, I would say. Number 1 is religion. Indonesians get religion way better than Canadians do. Number 2 is food. People ask me here, so how's food in Canada? Tell me about some Canadian food. And I have no answer because to me, there is no such thing as Canadian food. Now, the third thing, incredibly, is logistics. I know I was whining about this a couple videos ago.
The first and most important reason why he loves Indonesia is Islam. Andrew believes Indonesians are better because of their commitment to religion. They follow their religion more seriously than Canadians. According to him, Indonesians don't like it when people make fun of their religion, while many Canadians don't practice their religion at all. Practicing religion makes people kind, respectful, and special. He believes Islam is the best religion compared to others. Well, he is right, as Indonesia holds the title of being the world's largest Muslim majority nation, with approximately 87.2% of its population practicing Islam. In Indonesia, Muslims are known for their kindness and respect towards people of other religions, especially those who come to their country for work. Despite following Islam strictly, they maintain a polite and welcoming attitude. Indonesian Muslims believe in the importance of treating everyone with kindness and respect, regardless of their beliefs or backgrounds. For this reason, Newsweek magazine once described Indonesian Islam as Islam with a smiling face. On the other hand, Andrew thinks that Western nations have lost their real identity. According to the 2022 census, Canadians are losing their religion at an unprecedented rate, with more than a third of the country reporting they don't belong to any religious group. According to him, people who don't believe in any religion reject morality that is based on the grounds of punishment for evil deeds and rewards for good deeds. They do not fear being answerable to anyone for the unintentional hurt they could cause to anyone. They don't feel guilty or sorry for what they have done because they believe in moving forward without looking back, even if they hurt someone's feelings. Andrew believes that there is limited freedom of expression in Canada, as people struggle to express themselves clearly. Well, the second and third thing he loves about Indonesia are its food and logistics. People always ask him the reason why he moved to Indonesia from Canada. He made many videos on this topic. According to Andrew, Canadians just have to work all the time without spending any quality time with their family. He didn't want his kids to beg for the love of their parents, so he moved to Indonesia, where he will be working while his wife can take care of their kids.
It's now very common for both parents to go and work in Canada, both mom and dad, kids. Everybody's involved in some kind of activity. So the mom works full-time, the dad works full-time. And I just never agreed with that situation. I never thought that was an ideal setup. So when I was thinking about moving from Canada, I decided that Indonesia would make sense. My wife was from there to begin with.
On the other hand, Andrew thinks that China is going to take America's position as the superpower of the world. So he wanted to move to a country near China. He had two options, one Indonesia and the other Thailand. He rejected Thailand because he didn't want his kids to grow up in a country filled with beer drinkers and smokers. Indonesia is the best option for a family person like him. People over there are religious and respect each other.
I'm thinking, whoa, China's going to become the best, most important global economy, and you guys are positioning yourselves to be antagonistic with China? Bad idea. That's why Indonesia made a lot of sense. It's either that or Thailand. Although I didn't think much about Thailand at the time. I realize now that Thailand is probably also a pretty good place to go, but it's, I think, more for beer drinkers and womanizers, than just family men like myself. If you want to settle down, have a family, or if you already have one, Indonesia is a far better place.